Hey, what's up everybody? So I'm here today to talk to you about injuries. And this is such a common topic and conversation that comes up because it's such a natural occurrence in just life. Like anything we do repetitive motion over and over again, like we're going to eventually have some sort of injury. So with working out, like those are some of the things you need to avoid and prevent, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So two of the things I find most common and most often is that people let an injury, boom, derail every bit of progress they've ever had. And so that doesn't just necessarily mean like with us, like a lot of times this is before they even get to us. Like they might be going to Planet Fitness or another boot camp or a CrossFit, like doing great, and they get a strain of a shoulder, or an injury of a knee, or a low back pain, and they're done. Because either A, like the person or the trainer or somebody didn't communicate enough to like give them alternatives to work the rest of their body during this injury. Two, they didn't know how to prevent or warm up or stretch properly. Or three, when they did get injured, instead of like keeping going and making like the injury now your main focus to recover, they just stop everything altogether. And so what ends up happening in situation two is when these people who recover from an injury, they think they recover from injury, they come back into a situation of like a boot camp, a CrossFit, a Planet Fitness, and they think that they're feeling better and they go and hit their workouts. What happens? Those instabilities, those old injuries, and those old things that never got treated or taken care of or addressed, they come back to bite you. So the whole idea is like an injury is not just going to go away. Like all that's going to happen is you're just going to build up more scar tissue. It's going to get tighter and tighter, and then you're going to pull on that muscle again in the future, and it's going to hurt. So the whole idea is like you really need to always work against scar tissue. You need to work to repair injuries. You need to never expect that things are just going to go away on its own. So in my little home gym here, this is my little section of tools and goodies. So here's what I have that I love working with. So this was actually a gift from a former client. This is awesome for like the T-spine. So right on your thoracics, the middle of your back, it's got these lacrosse balls on either side that can help massage going up and down, but it's perfect if you're going right across your low back and all the way up into your traps and scaps and that type of thing. So you can look for these. They're called like a double peanut. You can find those on Amazon, but just look for something called like a peanut, double ball, anything like that, or thoracic spine roller. This is where you're going to find this. The next is we have two different levels here of foam rollers. So they both kind of serve a purpose. Like when I'm working shoulders, when I'm working anything where I'm like rolling on the side, like I want the littler one here. If I'm doing something where I want more like hamstrings, or if I'm working like my hips or some of those, like I want something that's a little bit, thicker and more dense. This gets really like kind of tough. And this is like, think of like a bony, and this is like a soft one. So you kind of want to have two different options there. But again, even if you have nothing at home, start with one. This one actually came with another accessory that's super cool. And that's going to be like an actual little like rolly spike ball here. So like I use these for my feet, for plantar fasciitis, for heels, but you can also use it, same thing for rolling under your shoulders. I'll lay on this and let it dig into like underneath, like kind of like the armpits back in here where it inserts into the lats and the shoulders. Same thing on the hips. So these are also incredible. So the last one that I want to talk about is this bad boy right here. So I mentioned plantar fasciitis, and that's one that a lot of people get, and right now, unfortunately, I pushed through that, and I now have a stress fracture in my foot, so I'm dealing with that injury, but I'm continuing to work around it, and I'm continuing to help to prehab and cause, actions that are going to be preventative for this injury happening again, instead of just hoping it goes away. So this calf stretcher right here, like if you look, your heel goes here, foot goes here, and actually stretches back, stretches the calf. But the cool thing about this, it goes all the way up and hits into like your hamstring, hits the piriformis if you kind of lean a certain way, and all those things that cause sciatic pain. So not only is it helping you for like your calves and ankles and Achilles and those things, but it's helping all the way up that posterior chain. And that's where most people get hurt. So a recent study shows that 80% of people get hurt in their life with back pain. So like, don't be one of those. So again, the two things that we normally see is like people just think that like they can just go all in without exercise or without warming up or doing anything, and they hit their exercise hard and they pull a muscle. The second thing that we see is like those people that end up just quitting on the dot when they get hurt, and they think that it's just going to get better on their own. Then they come back into a fitness program and it happens again. So remember, like you can't take the weak link in the chain and expect it to get stronger without addressing it and actually making it stronger, tougher, more pliable, more flexible. So use the rehab tools. The other cool one you get is like a rolling pin, but all these things help to break up adhesions, loosen up your muscles, make your muscles more pliable for those people in Tampa Bay. But Tom Brady has made that term famous. So pliable, just keep the muscles loose, keep the muscles engaged, warm up before every workout, make sure you stretch after every single workout. It's important because if you get hurt, you're not available. And the best ability when it comes to fitness is availability. I hope that helps, guys. Don't get hurt, and if you do, keep training, keep working around it, and strengthen up those weak areas so they don't come back to bite you. See you next time.